So the main event segment of Raw, um, I thought overall in hindsight was good, but there's so many things that ruined it. Like when Finn Balor was doing the first promo before their Money in the Bank match that the fans also interrupted. So this Seth Rollins chant, and I know specifically like they're doing it for Balor because they did it like the last time, and I think these fans are like, oh, just fuck carrying on. But it's like I'm hearing the words that Finn Balor's saying, and I'm like, oh my god, he like it's actually a really good promo, but it's ruined by these Seth Rollins chants. Oh, whatever. Like, stop, man. Like, usually like people chant what like that chant horrible, but usually people chant that when like they're not interested in what's going on. But I'm like, dude, like when he was cutting that first promo explaining why like when he was facing Rollins for Money in the Bank, it was such a good promo. Like everything he's saying, I'm like, oh my god, I understand, drawing things back from like years and years ago. Like it was so good, but it was just ruined, and I could tell. I can tell he's even madder this time than he was the first time. Hearing those chants when he's literally spilling his heart out, actually cutting a great promo that like ties the story, tells the story, and like just to get the chance. I'm like, these fans are horrible. Um, the fans were good overall for the night, bro, but like sometimes you just gotta know when to just stop that stupid shit. Like that stuff like just ruined it. But like, and then Seth Rollins comes out and like he's talking, and then like he's like still kind of egging it on, because like he'll like say something and then he'll be like, and they're still singing my song, and then he'll stop, and then they start doing it again, which is just antagonizing them to do it more and more. This kind of reminds me, even though it's not even on the same level, of the Daniel Bryan. Not okay, so like, how do I explain this properly? So like, I'm noticing when I was watching NXT, like when Mustafa Ali was like cutting the promo at the beginning of the show, the fans were now doing the yeah instead of the what, which hindsight sounds really cool that we're finally getting rid of the what, and like we're having a modern day chat from like a modern day person. But this can't turn into like a Dan O'Brien thing. Cause I still remember that one Royal Rumble show when that show was a heist. That show was a takeover. No one cared about anything except for Daniel Bryan. They booed the John Cena Randy Orton match. They didn't care about anything else in the Royal Rumble, whatever. Like they cheer when people like Bray Wyatt, whatever comes out, fan favorites. Then Daniel Bryan comes out. They're fucking going nuts. He gets eliminated. Don't care anymore. That's stuff like that. Like, just ruins the show. I like seeing like popular people. God knows they need more strong baby faces, but like when like the fans start like when it's like at the point when like the fans chants like are just like taking over segments where you're supposed to be like paying attention, like that stuff is really annoying. But overall, I mean, like this segment, the point to get across, I guess, whatever, like WWE is doing a really good job nowadays. I think we know why. Even though Triple H is in control, my personal opinion, not full control, but like 80, 85, or like 70, and then there's like that like 20 to 30% of like whatever rain coming down, but that 70% shines bright. Like we see in how like fucking Dominic, a complete turnaround from when Vince was booking him to when Triple H is booking him. When Vince is booking him, he's just like a normal, I'm not even gonna say white meat babyface, but just a boring babyface with nothing to him, no personality. Like, yeah, Rey Mysterio's dad tagging along, just another person. But man, the fucking 360 on Dominic Mysterio now, like the person he's become, and like even the way he talks like a heel, like he just like has like that voice, like, hey guys, shut up. Like that voice, you're just like, man, I want to punch you, like everything he says. And when like he says stuff, he says it in like that like smirmy like way where like he's trying to like sound like uncool and like wimpy, but like it comes across like so funny. And like it's like that shit you just want to hate, but like in a good type of hate, not no go away heat, but like in a good way. But like that transformation, I could talk about that all day. Like that transformation to the person he is now, and like it was a smart idea to put that North American Championship on him, because now the NXT title is gonna be on all the main roster shows, getting all the fucking thing, and then he takes it back to NXT. People were like, oh, now I gotta watch NXT to see him like defend it, see what's going on over there, you know? Like I think it was perfect. Wesley, like at the same time, like, oh, you know, Wesley could have had a longer run. He was doing great, but like WWE's thinking big picture on that, so that's really good. As for Finn Balor, like in my opinion, especially after watching like the or listening to like the Impulsive podcast, you know, where I was talking about like nagging injuries he has, but like even more so for the story, for Finn Balor to beat Rollins at SummerSlam, like I think Balor's been doing a great job. Like, so the point I was trying to make earlier, like Paul Levesque, like the booking on like the top side of the card is like so much better than it was before. Like I think all of us could agree, you know. They're even doing stuff in like the mid card that's like pretty good, you know. You see like the Alpha Academy shit, but like the top card stuff, like especially like the Judgment Day stuff, like we could talk about Judgment Day too, but I'm not going to get into another round about how like they also did a 360 to where they are now. But like I think Finn Balor should beat Rollins, like, and that's crazy because when they first started their feud before Money in the Bank, I was like, I don't care about Balor, but like I actually care about Balor now. And like this small story that they started telling, at first I was like annoyed by it, because like their match at Money in the Bank, Finn Balor versus Rollins, like when Finn Balor's on the top rope about to do his finisher, and then Damian Priest kind of took a step forward and that distracted Finn. When I was first watching that, I swear I was like, dude, that shouldn't be enough to distract you, but whatever. But like just like the small way that they're telling the story, and like if Finn Balor gets his title, now you have 3 people in Judgment Day with championships, and now Damian Priest is going to be like, wait, I'm the only one that doesn't have anything, and I have this, so I can like get something whenever I want. And you know, there's still the tension between him and Balor. Like they could tell that story for like, Finn Balor doesn't have to hold that title for a long time, but they could tell that story for like a few months and like do something like a pay-per-view. But you know, you also hear those rumors about plans of them doing Rollins and Reigns at fucking Survivor Series, so now you're just like, oh, I don't know what's going on. But like Finn Balor has now boosted himself up to where I'm like, you know, I could see him winning. I would want him to win, actually. Like, God knows he needs it too. Like, fuck, man. Like, this guy needs to get back on that train that he was on before he got that injury when he won the Universal title the first time. But I think they could tell a great story, as opposed to if Rollins wins it, if he goes and faces somebody else. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like the names. I'm not gonna say Drew McIntyre, because I think Drew McIntyre loses to Gunther, and like kind of be weird if like you lose an Intercontinental Championship match and then all of a sudden you're in the world title picture. But there's way more upside for Balor to win. Seth Rollins could, you know, take a fucking break. God knows he needs it. He's been fucking working. Take a break, and like the period after SummerSlam, like September, October, like that's like downtime, you know, like fucking, you know, that's downtime for people. Like take a break, nothing's really going on. It's like Fastlane and whatever the pay-per-views in September in Pittsburgh. I forgot the name. Jeez, I don't know how I'm forgetting that, but I could actually even search it. But like yeah, so that one, it's like wait, I actually found it. No, not Backlash. It's not Extreme Rules. Oh no, I gotta look. I'll look after. No, I actually want to find it. Like now, I'm actually tight. Payback case. So Payback's September. Fastlane October. Like those are two pretty. I mean, I know they're probably gonna be good PLEs, but like those are skippable PLEs. You know, Seth could take like a couple month break. You know, get some R&R in his body, come back for Survivor Series. Like, you know, like this is downtime for Finn Balor to like do his thing with the title. I think it could have like some pretty good benefits actually. And like, yeah, like when they had the match of Money in the Bank, I was like, I don't care for Balor. I don't care if he wins. He's not going to win. Everyone thinks he's not going to win. To like where it is now, I'm like, he's came a long way. And yeah, like the Judgment Day is great. Like they grew on me, like just constantly putting him on TV and like these storylines. It's like the exact same thing with who? It's even the same thing with like Imperium on the low. Like now when Imperium comes out, like they're kind of getting cheers from fans. It's just like constantly putting people on TV in like a pretty prominent spot doing stuff. People all of a sudden like them. Judgment Day's doing things on Raw, SmackDown, NXT. They're everywhere. Their characters over Rhea Ripley. Like they're pushing her to the moon. Everyone loves her. Damian Priest had great showings, like with Bad Bunny, just completely proved himself as like a main event person. And then the turnaround of Dominic, and then Finn Balor speaks for himself. So like that group and everything, like yeah, pretty good.